All right, so today we're really diving deep into kind of a sticky situation.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a power struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Straight out of the Bible, 1 Kings chapter 1. And it all centers around King David.
Okay.
Now, we all know King David, right? Legendary figure.
Yeah.
But in this story, he's not exactly at his peak.
Right.
He's old,
Mm-hmm.
frail. It even says he can't stay warm even under, like, tons of blankets.
So he's nearing the end of his reign?
It's pretty obvious, right? Time for a new king is coming.
Definitely.
But the question is, who's it going to be?
Yeah, and that's what makes this whole thing so fascinating.
It's not as simple as just, next in line, this was the ancient world,
Right.
lineage, divine right to rule,
Mm-hmm.
keeping the favor of God.
It was a huge deal. Like, the stability of the entire kingdom rested on this.
And that's where the drama starts.
Yeah.
Enter Adonijah,
Okay.
one of David's sons, who clearly doesn't believe in waiting his turn.
Ambitious, huh?
Oh, yeah. He throws this massive feast, invites all the king's sons, all the important people, the whole shebang,
Uh-huh.
except for Solomon,
Oh.
the one David actually promised the throne to. And, there are a few other key people missing, too, loyalists to David and Solomon,
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Oh, big time. Like, who's really playing for what team here?
Right.
So, what do you think Adonijah is trying to pull here?
Well, it seems like he's going for the fait accompli, right?
Like, present everyone with a done deal before anyone can even object.
Exactly. Try to manufacture this legitimacy and just hope nobody questions it.
But of course somebody does.
Oh, this is where it gets good.
Nathan the prophet
Okay.
and Bathsheba.
Solomon's mother.
The very same. They hear about this scheme and they're like, nope, not going to happen.
Brave of them to go up against Adonijah, especially with David so weak.
Seriously. I mean, they knew the danger, right? Not just to Solomon, but to the whole kingdom.
What did they do?
They went straight to David, told him everything.
Wow. Risking it all on David's word, basically.
They were smart about it, though, right?
How so?
They reminded him of his promise to Solomon to make him king. You could just picture it, right? That hushed urgency in the king's chambers.
Mm-hmm.
And David, even on what's basically his deathbed, he rallies.
Good for him.
He orders Solomon to be anointed king immediately, like right then and there. No messing around.
Talk about a power move.
Oh, for sure. What a way to shut down Adonijah's little plan.
Right. It completely cuts through all that scheming.
And it wasn't just for show, right? That anointing.
Oh, no. It was a legal declaration of public display, and I bet it sent a pretty clear message to anyone who might have still been on the fence.
And so we've got this amazing scene.
Okay.
Solomon riding through the city on King David's mule. Trumpets are blaring. People are cheering. What a celebration.
Talk about symbolism.
Oh, it's thick with it. But meanwhile, across town, Adonijah and his guests are having their little party, thinking they've won.
Oh.
Suddenly the music hits. They hear the cheers. I bet you could hear a pin drop at that table.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Adonijah, he knows his plan's just blown up in his face. What's he do?
What, he runs?
Straight to the altar, hoping for sanctuary.
Oh, wow.
Talk about a turn of events.
Yeah, things escalated quickly.
Now, here's the thing. Solomon could have just gone straight for revenge, right?
Right.
But he doesn't. He offers Adonijah a deal.
A deal.
Be loyal, be a good citizen, and you're safe. But step out of line. Well, you're on your own.
He's really showing his wisdom here, isn't he?
Right. Power and restraint. Already thinking like a king.
Absolutely. I mean, it really reveals a lot about this character, even at this early stage. He's not consumed by anger or vengeance. He's thinking about justice, stability, the future of the kingdom.
Exactly. Amazing, right?
It really is. So much drama packed into just this one chapter, and we've only just scratched the surface.
I know. But before we get into what all this means for us today,
Yeah.
I want to hear what you think. What stands out to you about this whole power struggle?
Well,
I mean, it's crazy to think, right? Like, thousands of years ago, people were dealing with the same stuff we are.
Oh, yeah.
Power struggles,
Absolutely.
jealousy, betrayal.
Like, human nature hasn't really changed all that much.
Right. Kind of comforting in a weird way.
It is, and what's even more amazing is how much wisdom these ancient stories still hold.
Okay, so let's talk about that wisdom. What can we actually learn from all this drama? Like, stuff we can use in our own lives, even if we're not exactly, fighting for a throne.
Well, let's start with Adonijah's big mistake.
Okay.
He just assumed, right, that he could grab power, no problem.
Yeah, like it was his for the taking.
Exactly. No proper process, no respect for tradition.
Big mistake.
Huge. It's a reminder that real leadership, true authority, it's not about forcing your way in.
So it's more about earning it, you're saying?
Exactly. It's about respect, building trust, understanding the rules of the game.
So even if you're ambitious, there's a right way to do things.
Absolutely. The lesson in patience, too.
Oh, yeah. Adonijah could have used a little of that.
Right. His impatience, that sense of entitlement, it's what brought him down in the end.
It's like sometimes waiting for the right opportunity is actually the smartest move.
And putting in the work, showing integrity, proving yourself.
Good point. Okay, but now let's talk about Nathan and Bathsheba.
Okay?
They could have just, sat back and watched things unfold,
Right.
but they didn't. They took action.
They did. They went straight to the top.
To David,
Exactly. Appealing to his sense of justice, reminding him of his promise.
that took guts.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Especially with Adonijah breathing down their necks.
Talk about risky business.
But they were strategic about it, too. It highlights something really important, the power of communication.
You mean like knowing when to speak up?
Yes. And who to talk to, and how to frame your message.
It's like they were like master negotiators or something.
They knew how to play the situation.
It's inspiring, really, standing up for what's right, even when it's scary.
It's a reminder that we all have a voice, and sometimes we have to use it.
Even when it's like, okay, so then we've got David.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's practically on his deathbed, right?
Right.
But he still manages to make this big, decisive move, orders Solomon to be anointed king. Like, boom, no hesitation.
Yeah, he didn't mess around.
It was a powerful statement, like, this is how it's going to be.
It shut down any doubt, sent a clear message.
Talk about leadership, even in a moment of weakness.
It's about recognizing the urgency of the situation, right? And acting decisively.
And he knew how to use tradition, symbolism.
Oh, absolutely. That public ceremony, the trumpets, the procession.
It wasn't just for show, was it?
Not at all. It solidified Solomon's claim, prevented more disputes.
It's like a masterclass in leadership, honestly. Okay, so we've got ambition, we've got integrity, communication, courage. What else? What else can we learn from all this?
Well, we can't forget about relationships.
Oh, right. Like the people who supported Solomon.
Exactly. Nathan, Zadok, Benaiah, they were loyal. They advised him. They helped him navigate this whole mess.
It's a good reminder, we can't do everything alone.
Right. We need people we can trust, people who give us good advice, people who have our backs.
And these relationships, they're not just about convenience, right?
No way. It's about shared values, mutual respect, authentic connection.
And sometimes those relationships are what get us through tough times.
Absolutely. They offer support, guidance, even protection.
It also seems like this story is about something bigger than just personal ambitions.
Oh, you're picking up on that too.
Like there's this sense of purpose.
Yes. It's not just about what we achieve, but why we're doing it.
Right. So Solomon's rise to power.
It wasn't just about politics. It was about fulfilling a promise, a plan that was bigger than any one person.
It's like aligning ourselves with a higher purpose, whether it's faith, social justice, or something else entirely.
Exactly. It's about finding that deeper meaning.
That driving force that gives our actions real significance. So it's not just about having faith, it's about living it.
You got it. It's about putting those beliefs into practice every single day.
Wow, so much to think about here.
I know, right?
Ambition, integrity, communication, relationships, purpose. It's like a whole toolkit for navigating life. But before we jump into how all of this can actually strengthen our faith today,
Okay.
I'm curious, what's resonating with you the most so far?
I've been thinking a lot about
It's pretty amazing, right? All this ancient wisdom we've been talking about.
But it really is. It's like these stories, even though they're, thousands of years old, they still speak to us today.
They do. Like, we're still grappling with the same stuff, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Power, ambition, loyalty.
Human nature, I guess you could call it.
Yeah. And, we've talked about avoiding those assumptions,
Mm-hmm.
seeking out wise counsel,
Right.
aligning ourselves with a higher purpose. But how does this all actually connect to, like, strengthening our faith today?
Well, take David, for instance.
Okay.
Even when he was weak,
Mm-hmm.
he never wavered in his trust of God's promise.
So even when things are tough, you're saying
Mhm.
there's this bigger plan, and we can find strength in that.
Exactly. It's like surrendering our limited perspective and trusting in a wisdom that's, greater than ourselves.
Okay, but it's not just about, like, passively waiting around, right, for things to happen.
No, definitely not. It's about actively seeking guidance, being open to advice, and making choices that are, in line with our faith.
So living it out, basically.
Yeah. And, there's that whole idea of service, too.
Oh, right. Like, true leadership isn't about power or control.
Exactly. It's about using our gifts to make a difference, to help others.
It's a powerful message, especially in today's world. It's like a reminder that we can find unity, purpose, by aligning ourselves with something bigger than ourselves.
Absolutely. It's a call to action, really, to examine our own lives, our choices. Are we living in a way that reflects our faith? Are we seeking guidance? Are we using our gifts to make a positive impact?
Those are some deep questions. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm kind of left wondering, how can we take all these ancient lessons and not only strengthen our own faith, but also help create a better world for everyone?
I think that's a question we all need to wrestle with. It's a journey, right, of growth, learning, striving to, really live out our faith.
It really has been an amazing journey exploring this story with you. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been my pleasure. And, until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, keep diving deep into those ancient texts.